guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah and you're tapped into Continue or Nah, and we're talking about Dead End Paranormal Park. So if you don't know, Continued or Not is a series that I created where I let you know whether or not you should continue watching a show or if you should not throw it in the trash and find something new. And again, we're talking about Dead End Paranormal Park. So let's get into a brief synopsis about the show and I will give y'all my thoughts. So it goes like this. The series follows the story of a group of employees, Barney and Norma, who are at work at a theme park haunted house during the summer, which might be a portal to hell. Both are joined by Pugsley and Courtney as they face zombies, game show hosts, witches, and crushes. Again, we're talking about Dead End Paranormal Park. So first, let's talk about Miss Pauline Phoenix, y'all. She is the owner of Phoenix Park. So the park is called Phoenix Park, or the amusement park is called Phoenix Park. And the show is called Dead End Paranormal Park because Dead End is one of the areas in the actual amusement park. So the amusement park is the legacy of Miss Pauline Phoenix, and it is divvied up into different versions of the different shows and movies she starred in as a Hollywood starlet. So there is the Dead End part, which is after a haunted movie she starred in. There's a Western world. There's a world based off of like medieval times, like Camelot. There's also like an operation room because she was in a operation, kind of like Grey's Anatomy type show. She's crazy. I enjoyed her. I enjoyed the portrayal of this character in the sense of she is what I feel like Dollywood or Dolly Parton would be on acid. She's a lot, but she was a hoot. She was a hoot. So next, one of our main protagonists is Barney. Barney is a trans teen, and I enjoyed Barney's character. I enjoyed the fact that Barney was just showcased as a teenager and that his trans identity was a part of him, but it didn't encompass all of who he is. And when I say that, I mean in a sense of oftentimes I feel like shows just add trans or gay characters in a sense of meeting a quota and not giving that character depth, and the fact that they'll just be like, oh, he's gay, and that's just his identity. There's more to somebody than them just being gay or trans. There's a whole human being with likes and dislikes and wants, and I think they did a great job showcasing Barney. Was he my favorite? No, but I liked him. One of the aspects about his character arc throughout this whole entire season 1 was his dynamic with his family. I like that the show didn't just necessarily like vilify his parents, but it tried to hold them accountable and show that even good people make missteps and misfires, and just because they accepted Barney when he came out as trans does not mean that he can't hold them accountable when they do him wrong. And I like that about his portrayal, and like I said, about his character arc throughout this show. I like that they showed Barney is just a teenager dealing with his summer job, his summer crush, and dealing with a disgruntled public like a lot of people who work in customer service. So I enjoyed that. Next, we have Miss Norma. Norma is a teen as well who's looking for a job at the park. She is a Pauline Phoenix stan. She would probably be a part of the most toxic fandom in the community. Like, Norma gives very much like, I have fan pages on top of fan pages and I will argue until the last breath in my body on Twitter with somebody. Like, her photo ID on Twitter would probably be Pauline Phoenix. That's the energy she gives. But I like the portrayal they did of her social anxiety. So Norma is a very like smart teen who is very direct, very analytical, and she strategizes, but she does suffer with social anxiety. And I think they did a good job portraying that, where one of the episodes, it was a team building event for all the workers at the park, and she automatically thought that everybody was going to hate her. And she didn't even recognize that most of the people at the job actually like Norma to a certain extent, but in her mind it's just clouded by all of the things that she's going to do wrong that's going to make people hate her. And I think they did a good job showing her character development as she got out of that. And it was realistic. It wasn't like she was cured, but you saw her making steps and doing a lot better as the episodes continue. What I will say is there were definitely things about Norma and Barney's character that I didn't like, but I did like. But the thing that I like the most about both characters is their friendship. I enjoyed the series opening up where they were basically adversaries and then they turned into probably lifelong friends by the end of the series. And I feel like Barney and Norma's interactions were the most genuine and awkward at the same time. But you can definitely tell that they're going to be great characters to watch as the series continues. So our next character we're going to talk about is Pugsley, which is Barney's childhood pet. And I didn't like him. Well, when I say I didn't like him, I liked him closer to the middle of the season all the way to the end. In the beginning, he annoyed me. I don't like characters who are dim-witted, and Pugsley definitely was dim-witted until he started to mature and developed. Granted, he just learned to talk in like the span of a day, but he got on my nerves. So what we find out, and without spoiling it too much, Pugsley is gifted the ability to talk and gifted powers. And throughout the show, he also has an arc or character development where he learns to hone his powers as well as what it means to have these powers and how it can affect the ones around him that he loves. My favorite character who I've been waiting to talk about is Miss Courtney. Y'all, I love Courtney. And it's probably because Courtney's an asshole and I love asshole characters. Courtney is snarky, she's rude, she's bitchy, she's mean, and I enjoy it. She's sarcastic. She's our sarcastic queen. But Courtney is a 1,000-year-old demon who is trying to find her way back into the demon realm. We end up finding out a little bit, and I mean a little bit, as to why or who put this curse or this banishment on her where she is unable to go home anytime she pleases, which is the demon realm. But Courtney also has a character development or arc where she starts to begin to develop human emotions the more she hangs out and lives with Barney, Norma, and Pugsley. And I enjoyed that about her. As well as when she is living and developing friendships or associateships or even just plain old rude moments that she has with the B characters or our C characters in the show. I really enjoyed this show. I genuinely hope it gets picked up for a season 2. It really gave me vibes of like Star Versus in the sense of there's more to this story. Like Gravity Falls, there was always more to the story and I want to know more, especially when on the last episode there was foreshadowing that there is a battle brewing between the different realms, i.e. the neutral plane, the heavenly plane, and the demonic plane. And I like to see where we're going from there. I want to know who's in the wrong, who's in the right, and who's going to win, and how our characters are going to deal with it. So yeah, y'all, I definitely think you should continue. So put this on your list. Dead End Paranormal Park is on Netflix. It's 10 episodes, and you should check it out. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. So drop down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're going to watch it. If you have watched it, who is your favorite character? Courtney team all day. Shout out to Miss Courtney. But that is it. That is all, y'all. Remember to be brutally authentic and drop down in them comments below. Bye.